Hello, hello. Sorry for the delay. This is Carol Ye Garner, and thanks for joining me. I'm a little delayed. I had some technical difficulties. Facebook changed things, so you have to write a title and write a description before you can even go live. So I'm here to talk to you about how to make a reel. And it's pretty simple, although it looks overwhelming. So um, the way that you're gonna make a reel is on Instagram. You're going to find an audio that you like. So what I do is I spend maybe 10, 15 minutes almost every day because I'm on Instagram, and I go into the search section, the little magnifying glass section. And it shows you reels and posts from people that Instagram thinks that you want to follow. And so, I follow a lot of dog stuff. So I'll just click on one and just start scrolling. And I'll quickly just listen to the audio, or I'll look. And if I see something that I think oh, that would be funny to do, because my niche is funny, relatable stuff. So some I throw in a product education post or reel. I throw in an educational, kind of greenwashing, toxic life, non-toxic lifestyle, educating people about the non-toxic lifestyle, things that they need to look for. And then I have a couples reel that I do every once in a while. I'll do a life hack reel every once in a while. And then I'll just do funny, relatable stuff. And so my goal for my account is to try and get as many people to follow me that aren't Young Living people, that just find me relatable, find my journey relatable, find my content relatable, and find the content that I share helpful in terms of life hacks, in terms of education. So I'm always looking in that search section for some kind of audio that I could tweak to make it mine. Something funny that if it makes me laugh out loud or chuckle in my head, I'm oh, I want to redo that with my own take, or something that I can tweak to make it related to Young Living or related to educating people about non-toxic living. So once you find a reel that you like, so I'm just picking this one randomly, it's some kind of dad joke thing. You're gonna go to the audio, which on my phone is on the bottom, okay? And then it's gonna show you that this person has 31 reels made from his audio. So from what I've learned over the last couple years in terms of following a lot of people that teach how to do reels, is ideally you want to get an audio that's trending. So this one only has 31 people doing reels, so it's not trending yet. Normally when you find a reel that's trending, let's see if this one's trending. Okay, so this one's trending and it says trending, and it has the little arrow. Whoops, where'd it go? It has a little arrow next to trending, right? It has 1,000 or so people that have used reels. So if it's in the lower thousands, that's a good one that you want to get on, because Instagram likes to push reels that use trending sounds and audios up for the algorithm, supposedly, right? If it's trending and it has 30,000 audios or people that have done reels, maybe that's trending too much. So you want to try to find that happy medium of trending, but not trending too much. So let's say that I wanted to use this one that's trending, has 1,000. What I like to do is I like to save it. So, but in a file. So I go to the three dots up here on the right, and then it'll show that, and I copy the link. And then I have a note on my phone. So I have an iPhone, so I have my notes, right? And then I have a notes called Reels content. So I have a lot of things in there. And what I'll do is I'll just put that link that I just copied, paste it, and then I'll write like a little note to myself about what that idea of how I'm going to use it is going to be there, so that later when I go back and do my reels, I will have that mental note of like, oh, that's about whatever. So I'll just show you real quick once I delete this, my little note. So I have this reel and it's about parenting, and then I do a little check mark because I recorded it already. But then there's a couple others that I haven't done, right? So like there's one that I saved. Let me see if I can play it for you. This one only has 2 people using it, but let's see. Oh, wait, no. Play.
I am in such a good place right now. Not emotionally. I just pulled up to Target.
I don't know if you can hear that. So it's a funny one. Like, I am in such a good place, not emotionally. I just pulled up to Target, right? Like every person that loves to shop at Target will find that relatable. So I saved it and I have it in my notes. I have the little audio kind of what it says right there. And then I have, you know, all of them there. And so then later when I'm feeling like, okay, I'm gonna feel good, I feel like my hair's looking good, or I've got makeup on, or I just have like a good block of time where I'm feeling inspired. Then I'll go into my notes and find maybe like a couple different audios to do. And then I'll change my shirt and do a couple more. And then I'll change my shirt and do a couple more. And so to do the reel, you're going to take the audio. So I'm going to do this one. Let's see.
In another life, in another dimension.
Okay. I want to show you how to do a reel, but I want to get one. Okay. I'm going to show you one that I did.
I don't think I have anger problems. I think y'all have problems and y'all make me angry. I don't think I have anger problems. I think y'all have problems and y'all make me angry.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the
I
sound.
don't think I have anger problems.
I'm going to say I want to use the audio, right? And then it comes up to this. And so you're going to switch it so that you can see yourself. And then I always use the timer button.
I don't think I have anger problems. I think y'all have problems and y'all make me angry.
And I set it so then you have like a 3-second countdown before the audio starts. And then you can still do a filter. So if I'm not feeling super cute, which is every time I do this, I use my favorite filter, which for me is California, so that it just kind of like makes things a little bit smoother. It's not like a super huge filter. And then here's my trick for doing reels and getting the audio just right. So see where there's a 1x right here. And there. There's a 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 0.3 and 0.5. So if the audio is really fast and I'm like, oh, I am never going to remember all of that, then I might what I would do is go to 2x in the sound. And then I'm going to go totally slow motion with the sound. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to pretend like I'm doing this so you can kind of see what I'm doing.
I don't think I have anger problems. I think y'all have problems and y'all make me angry. I don't think I have anger problems. I think y'all have problems and y'all make me angry. I
Okay.
don't think I have anger problems. I think y'all have problems and y'all make me angry. I don't think
Okay.
I have.
So do you see how I did that? I went slow motion with the audio at 2x, and I made sure like I wasn't blinking a lot. I wasn't like moving my head a lot. Like every motion I was making was in slow-mo. But when it goes on regular sound, it looks like I just got the audio nailed and set it perfectly, right? Sometimes if the audio's short enough, I can do it myself. Or sometimes I'll cut the audio so that it's just a bite-sized piece and then just record that one little bit. So I'll show you how to do that.
I don't think I have anger problems. I think y'all have problems and y'all make me angry.
So if I wanted to cut it for
I
just,
think y'all have problems. I don't think I have anger problems. I think I have anger problems. I don't
Okay.
think I have anger problems.
So I could just then set the timer
I don't think
to just record that part. I don't think I have anger problems. That's easy for most people to remember, right? So you wouldn't have to do it in the slow-mo. You could just record it just like that. And so you could record just that piece and then record the next part and the next part. And you can just slide that little timer thing over. So it's kind of annoying because you're just like trying to get it right at the point where like there's like a stop in the sentence so that you can get just that clip. And so what I've learned from a lot of Reels instructor people is that ideally you want to have like 2-second clips where every 2 seconds you're changing scenes or whatever, backgrounds, or just how you're standing, because that keeps the brain engaged. So maybe that first section, I'm looking straight and standing straight towards the camera. And maybe the other section, I'm maybe like turned a little bit, or maybe it's a little bit closer, or maybe it's a little bit farther. So you can get super creative in terms of how you're doing the whole thing. Sometimes I just am lazy and I just do the whole thing. If it's like less than 4 seconds, I'm just like, whatever, I'm just doing the whole thing all in one. But if it's a little bit longer, then you can kind of like break it up into pieces, which makes it easier to remember. And then once you have your, okay, sorry, I want to get out of this. Once you have that recorded, you're going to save it into your drafts. So when I go into my Reels drafts, I currently have 168 drafts made. Will I use all of them? No. And every time I look into my drafts, Instagram's like, you've got a lot of things saved and your memory is taking up a lot of space. Do you want to get rid of them? I'm like, no. I mean, there's definitely some that I'm like, it's not that funny anymore. So I do need to go through, and you can select here, and then you can go, and there's like a little circle that you can tap, and then you can go through and delete a bunch. But let's go to one where I haven't recorded the audio for, or I haven't done the words. Okay. So it's just me like laughing like, oh my God, this is crazy. So then you're just gonna go into, whoops. You're gonna go to the A, and then you can type in whatever you want. So this is gonna be like a reel about like, can't believe I thought Bed Bath and Beyond was like a great place to shop or something, right? So I'm just gonna type that in. Can't believe Bed Bath, Bed Bath and Beyond was a good place to shop. Okay, so it shows up like that, really big, not formatted very well. So then you can use this little slider over here and make it smaller, make it longer, and space it out. So what I've learned is when you're reading text quickly, if it's left formatted, if it's formatted to the left, so everything is on the left, then your brain is able to read it easier. So I'm going to get it so that it looks, good Lord. Okay, for me, that formatting looks good, and then I'm going to move it smaller over there, okay? But I don't want this, I'm gonna turn the audio off so it doesn't keep going. So that's what I do. The audio, I just turn it off after a while I'm getting the text on there. Okay, so I don't want this, can't believe Bed Bath & Beyond was a good place to shop. I don't want it there the whole time. I want a call to action at the end. Again, something I've learned from social media guru people. So at the bottom, you're gonna see that this text, that can't believe sentence, is right there. When you tap on it, thank God I went and tried to edit a reel last night, because otherwise I would have had this show up and I would have been like, what the? This is totally new. So this is a new way for you to edit your audios and your talking. Bed Bath and Beyond or whatever. Bath and Body Works, is that what it's called? Yeah, that too. Okay, so this purple with the yellow has that sentence, is the timer for that sentence. So what you can do is shorten it, because I don't want it to be the whole thing. And then you're going to go back up here, and I'm going to type comment if you relate, or whatever, right? Comment if you relate, or maybe I'll write want healthier options, comment below. Okay, so want healthier options, comment below. I'm gonna make this just a 2-sentence little thing. I'm gonna take my fingers, I'm gonna scroll it down. And then to correct what I wanted to have in can't believe. Oh, okay. I don't know. I have to play around with it. So, okay. So now when I want to edit and make sure my call to action is just at the end, see that now there's 2 different purple lines. The first one is the first sentence. The second one is that second sentence that I just added. So I can now scroll over and see how it has this long vertical line. That is where I'm going to set it so that it's at the right at the end of where I want the first sentence to be. And then I can get my second sentence by tapping on it. And I'm going to then have it start right when the other one ended. So this is brand new. It just, I think, got released within this last week or so. And by having the little line, it makes it so much easier to ensure that you don't have overlapping text, because that looks really messy and not the most professional. So when I scrolled this sentence over, I could feel, I think it's called a haptic, like you can feel like a little vibration in your phone that tells you like you're right at the right spot. So now let's just go and let's see if it did it. Okay, so I'm not going to play the sound because I don't want to annoy you, but like, so it has that and then it goes away and then it has the next sentence, right? And it goes away right at that. But it could probably be even a little bit cleaner. So I'm just going to go to that second sentence and shorten it just a touch. And you can see that, I don't know if you can see. When I do that, I didn't have it exactly where it needed to be. And when I did scooch it over just a tiny bit, a dotted line going up and down showed up that showed me like it is now actually where it needs to be. So let's play it again. Right? It's cleaner. There's not any overlapping. The first sentence completely disappears before the second sentence shows up. So that's how you can add text to a reel. You want to have some kind of background behind it so it's easier to read. So to put a background behind it, it's the little A plus here. So here's no background, and it's the one next to the color circle. And then you can have a black background or a white background, or you can hit the color. And then if you have certain brand colors, you can you can move it so that it's the color of your sweater or whatever. You can change the color to whatever you want. I just do white for the content that I want, like I'm thinking about, and then I always do closed captioning down at the bottom in black, so that anybody who is watching without the sound, which is the majority of people, that so they can see it without having to listen to it. So for example, okay, well that's not a really good example. Let me find you a different example. Okay, so let me. Okay. So I have the out of breath at the bottom. Then
Change the bed sheets. Did you work out? Change the bed sheets.
okay, so the audio is me breathing heavily. Then a woman's asking me, "Did you work out?" And then I say, "No, I changed the bed sheets." Right? Like everybody can relate to like working up a sweat when you're changing the sheets on the bed, right? So I haven't posted that yet, but I always put the audio into in black with black background at the bottom in very small font. And then I put the other content that I want people to focus on in white with a white background, right? just so that it's easier to read. So that's pretty much the basics of doing a reel. There are things called templates if you're going through stuff. Let me find that. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. So, okay, so we've all seen things like this, right? A reel like this, and you're just like, how in the world? Oh my God, I can't do that, right? But look, it says use template. So then, okay, we're gonna turn the sound off just so that we don't have to listen to that. And then it shows you, it has all the times there. So all you have to do is click on each one and then go in your camera roll and fill all those little sections in, and it'll automate. And then, so maybe, okay, let me just pretend I'm going to fill these in with a whole bunch of things. So it's a lot because they're like 0.1 second. So I'm filling them in. It's still going. And okay, but let's just pretend this is done. So what you can also do is, like, maybe I want this one more to the front. So it's not doing it right now. Okay, so now it has all my pictures in there as a reel, but maybe I want this one. I can move it. I can hold it and move it. So this template's just like a 0.1 second of all the pictures, but some templates have slightly longer, little longer parts and smaller parts, and maybe I want one picture to show up for a little bit longer. So you can all, in any of your reels, even that you might have done like a couple different takes or whatever, you can do that in the edit mode and swipe it and like move it forward or move it backwards. I think that's it. So you guys have any questions? Feel free to ask in the comment section. I'll keep an eye on that throughout the day. But I hope that that inspired you. I feel like Reels is for sure the way to go. Oh, the other thing I wanted to highlight is a website called snapinsta.app. Snapinsta.app. It is not an app, it's a website. So you can reuse your Reels on Facebook in Reels and on YouTube. And the way to do that is you go to your Reel and go to the little share arrow and choose copy link. And then you go to that Snap Insta, which I just leave on my phone because I use it every day. And then you're gonna put that link that you just copied there. Click download, it's gonna show this, you're gonna close that, and then you're gonna download this video. Yes, download that. And then it's gonna show up down here with a blue arrow. You're gonna go there and go to downloads and then click that one and save it. Save it to your camera roll. And that's going to save it without the Instagram watermark at the bottom of it, so that you can now use it on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you want to reshare it. And it'll save it with the audio, which is cool. So Gary Vee, if you follow Gary Vee, he's kind of like a social media guru. He's saying that Facebook is coming back and that Facebook is the place to be. If you follow Brian Martin, you will know, like, he does a reel every day where he's dancing every morning. He just got past 1 million followers from dancing every morning and just giving people joy on Facebook. He's got like several 100,000 people on TikTok and on Instagram, but on Facebook, he has got 1 million people following him. And so what he does is when he started posting his reels, he would post his reel. It would go into the reels, like netherworld, I don't know. And then once his reel was up there, he would share it again to his personal page. So I just posted this reel about a non-stick, forever chemical free, cute little pot and pan set that's like on sale on Amazon, right? So I posted this reel this morning on Instagram, then did the snapinsta.com thing, got the video, posted it in reels under my page. But now I'm going to post it on my personal page. So when I don't know if you guys saw that. Just click on the forward arrow and then see how it says feed. That's my page feed. And so then I can post whatever I want to post. Usually I just copy paste the same thing that I posted, but I take the hash marks out so it doesn't look like a salesy thing. That way it's on, like it's in the reels, like netherworld, like whatever, wherever it goes. It doesn't show up on my personal page unless I reshare it on my personal page. Brian's now, because he's got so many followers, for a while now, whenever he posts his reels, it just automatically also shows up on his personal page. So I think that just takes Facebook knowing that you are doing reels for a while. Okay. Any questions? Any other questions? I think that's it. Just the watermark thing, sharing it. I know that there's a delay in the comments, but I'm going to take no additional comments as nobody has any questions so far. The best thing I can do is just encourage you, just practice. Like, it's going to be hard at first getting the audio right, and you'll feel like an idiot and you'll have to do it. Like, I am not nailing my audios the first time. It takes me a while. And I have to like listen to the audio a couple different times and do it. And sometimes have to do it that 2x slow-mo to get it right. But if you look at my reels from like a year ago to now, a year ago, they sucked, but I did it anyway, right? And reels is definitely the way to go. I just had a reel go pretty viral, and I'm having lots of people messaging me wanting to know more about Non-Toxic Life, the one that I did about the cancer study a couple days ago. Currently has 151,000 views, and I've gone up from 10.9 thousand followers to 11.6 thousand followers in a matter of days. And so what I'm doing is I'm commenting every person that's following me, I'm going in and thanking them for the follow, and I have a whole thank you thing saved in my keyboards. That's a whole nother tutorial. but you can save little phrases in your keyboard in your iPhone so that you don't have to write the whole thing out. And so my typical reply back is, thank you so much for the follow. You could have picked from millions of people. I'm honored to be one of them and hope to make it worth your time. If you're wanting to start being proactive with your health and wellness, I'm here to help. What's one question you're curious about in terms of toxic ingredients to avoid or ways to use essential oils for your health? It's kind of long. Like, I probably need to shorten it. But that's opening up the conversation with a lot of these people who are not Young Living users, and they have just found that cancer study real. I think it's probably getting pushed out from Instagram in the find you in that place. But typically, like, my Reels views are maybe like a couple hundred, sometimes 1,000. Every once in a while I'll get like 4,000 to 5,000. Very once in a while I'll have like 10,000. So yeah, same, Danielle. My Reels numbers for a while were like several thousand, but now it's like a couple hundred. And then every once in a while I'll get like 1,000 or a couple thousand. I think just the Instagram algorithm just keeps changing. And so we just have to keep going, being consistent with what we're sharing. The latest thing that I heard is, like, for a while it was like, don't use big hashtags that have a lot of followings. Only use like hashtags that have smaller numbers. But now I think it's like 3 hashtags that are like big, 3 hashtags that are smaller, and 3 hashtags about your niche. I don't have my phone set to do an automated response. I don't know how to do that. Honestly, I used to have a website that would send out automated responses, but every once in a while Instagram would disable it, and I would just have to go in and like wait a day or whatever. And I just figured, like, whatever. I'm not getting that many followers that I can't keep up with it myself, except for due to this reel that's going kind of viral. I am spending a lot of time going and filling in, like, my little phrase is thanks for, like, all one word, and then the rest of the script shows up and I tap it. But I'm going through, and when it goes to the actual person who followed you, you can see, let me try and find a good example. Okay, this person probably hasn't used oils, right? Some people who are realtors are following me. Some people who have hair salons are following me. I had a doula follow me. So when I look at their profile, if it has something that's relatable, so the doula, I still did my script, but then I added, have you ever used essential oils with your doula clients? For the realtor, I'll ask, what's your closing gift that you give? Would you be open to talking about a non-toxic home bundle as your closing gift? You could make $75, right? If they became a brand partner, they bought the closing gift as a gift with their credit card, because we're allowed to buy someone a premium starter kit or whatever, premium starter bundle. They could set the person up as their new customer, gifting them a membership and the gift. So I'm trying to do my best to kind of make it specific to the person, so it doesn't seem just like a random automated thing. Someone even replied back, one of the realtors even replied back, is this an AI thing? And I wrote back, nope, this is really me. If it's someone that's Young Living, I'm not sending them that same script. I have a different script that says something pretty similar, but just says, how long have you been using Young Living oils? So I try to make it so that it's not too automated looking and feeling. Okay, I think that's it now. So any other questions, I'll check the post, the live in the group. If there's any questions or people watching it on replay, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section and I will do my best to answer them. Okay, thank you. Bye. Thanks for being patient with my lateness and technical issues.